Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel for this twin flame reading, this no contact reading. Let's see what they have for you today. I'm going to call in my spirit guides. For those of you that are in a no contact situation, low communication, situationship, twin flames, let's see what spirit has for you today. I will be using some charms and some initials, so we'll get some evidence or some clues, maybe a confirmation. But let's see, this is for any sign and any sign of the person that you're thinking of. So let's call in our spirit guides now. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided to this channel for the first time. I do have two other channels. I have a main channel and I have a pick a card channel, and those links are in the description below. This channel is for my twin flames, my soulmates, my no contacts, people who are struggling in a relationship and need a little bit more in-depth reading. This is for my people who want to know what is going on. So let's call in our spirit guides. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you need us to know? I am listening for you now. I have self-acceptance. Look at this beautiful dragonfly. Dragonfly could be a clue. It could be a sign. Look for dragonflies. Maybe somebody out there has a dragonfly tattoo, something like that. I have my essential nature is perfect and flawless. I am beautiful because I am myself. I do not need to be accepted by others. I only need to love and accept myself. So, boy, that's when we're in a hard place, it's hard, right? We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. What could I have done differently? What could I be doing differently? I'm not good enough energy. Don't go down that path. That's not going to help anybody, certainly not help you. If anything, we want to pick ourselves up. Spirit just said we want to get back on the horse again. We want to get back on the path. We want to walk straight. They're saying, like, stay focused on the path that's meant for you. So there's a sense of I've got to just keep going, no matter what. Even if this person's not talking to me right now, I can't let them take my life and kind of like destroy it. You know, I've got to pick myself up. So we've got to be strong. You lift your head high. Here's a high priestess. I have an emperor. And I have an ace of swords. Look at this beautiful feather. I feel I'm going to go with that high priestess for a second, because my own intuition, in addition to your intuition, is probably telling you this person's going to reach out to talk. Okay. This person is not the type of person that holds back. They probably just needed some time and space to think about things. But I do feel like they're saying an urgent message. Okay, so we could go from nothing to an urgent message that all of a sudden you hear from them and they're saying, we need to talk. Like, I want to talk to you right now. You know, like all of a sudden it's like when I say jump, you jump. That's up to you. You know, maybe you say you can wait. Now, you waited this long, you can wait a little bit longer, but maybe you really do want to talk to them. So, but there's a sense of urgency. Okay. There's a sense of, I can't wait another day. I can't wait another hour. So it might just boom. And usually that's what happens, you know, no contact. They're saying no contact comes to an end. Okay. That I've learned what I needed to learn. I've discovered my feelings. I've put something that I needed to work through in its place. And then all of a sudden it's like, I want my life back. Okay. I want it all back. I want you and our life back. Okay. Like whatever we had. Light going off, epiphany moment. But it's a sense of urgency. I have an 8 of swords. Don't hold back on me. They know you're going to hold back. I have a King of Wands. I have a 7 of Pentacles. And I have a 4 of Swords. So they know that you're going to hold back, but at the same time, you're tired of waiting. Okay. You've been kind of in this holding pattern. This person can charm your socks off. This person you are in love with, you are attracted to, the sound of their voice is going to be just enough for you to say, I get it. Let's figure it out. Let's try again, because it just feels so good to have them back. What's at the bottom of my deck? I have a 9 of Swords with this beast energy. So I'm worried that I'm going to be making the wrong decision. 2 of Cups at the bottom of my deck and a 9 of Cups. I just want our happiness back, and a Lover's card at the bottom of my deck. So I just want, I want my happiness back. I want my person back. I know we're connected on a deeper level. You know, you can feel that kind of crown chakra, you know, connecting us. So a telepathic connection. So I just want my life back is how it's coming into me. But this person, I feel, feels the urgency also. I'm asking Spirit, like, why did they need the break? You know, like, what was it that you know, they said they needed space, or whatever happened. So let's just see why this sense of urgency and what has happened. A divine intervention, supernatural, serendipity, karma. I have to tell you, I feel like something was put in front of them to make them realize that they could lose you forever. It's almost an example of you got hurt. You got in an accident. They found out about it. They rushed to the hospital. They rushed to figure out what's going on. And they realized that they didn't miss a beat. They're no longer in separation with you. They're no longer not talking to you. They just jumped because they love you. Okay. So there's almost this sense of something triggers them. It could be something happening also in their family or friendships. Like maybe they have a friendship that broke up or is getting divorced, and they had a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody like that. That person's in pain. That person isn't happy. You know, it's almost like something triggered them to look at what they really have, and what they're really upset about is not worth losing you over. So they would show up for you. If you had needed them, they would show up for you. I have social media. They are definitely following you. Maybe they don't like you're out with friends. Maybe they don't like that you have been talking to other people or posting pictures of, I look all happy and look at how good I look. You know, this is a jumper back here. Let's see what it says. A mask, hidden motives. Okay. Holding back their feelings, pretending that they're not bothered by any of those things, pretending like it's no big deal that you're moving on or that everything is fine with you. I have a wedding, a marriage, thoughts of a reunion. Some of you could have you could be engaged. You could have promises to each other. We talked about getting married. We talked about a future together. And now what? You know, so what do I do with this ring that's on my finger? What are we doing? You know, so if that's the case, or that you told me that that's something that we wanted. We have some healing to do. Okay. We're going to have to heal this connection. But again, they're saying unspoken words. I think that that's the hardest part, is how it's coming into me, that it's not what they said. It's what they didn't say. Maybe you ask them a question. Where are we headed? What's our future look like? Do you want to be with me in the future? And they didn't answer it. And that was enough to say, well, when you figure out what you want, let me know. You know, so it's the unspoken words is what hurt. Something happened with that. They didn't answer you for something. Let's see what initials we have. Now, some of you may get a confirmation, okay? First initials, last initials, something like that, okay? Don't worry if you don't get your person's initials. So we have this big bowl of dice. So I'm just gonna get a handful and then we'll organize them for you, okay? So the letter D, P, I have an H, I have an N, I have a U, I have an O, another D, T, F. I have a W, I have a K, I have an F, I have an H, G, and I have an L. Okay, so for some of you, those could be connecting to you. First initial, last initial, your name, their name. Okay. Spirit just said we have some healing to do, but healing is okay. Healing and repairing, we are all capable of. We are human beings. We can heal, right? We can heal our bodies. We can heal our emotions. We can. All right, let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Tell me more, Spirit. What's important for us to know along this journey, or thoughts and feelings? I have success. Believe in the success. Did somebody's career interfere with us? Like, your career always comes first. Work always comes first. That's all you talk about. All you talk about is money and success and the next level. Did that come into interference? That's sometimes like the workaholic energy. Is that interfering in this? It's all about you and your work and your hours. I have to work. I have to work. Visualizing, seeing your dreams. I'm going to say that I've spent some time thinking about what it is that I want. Okay, that you have spent some time thinking about what you want, and that you have started to see things more clearly. Okay, that either you need more time, you need more attention, you need to come first. You can't be a secondary thought after, everything else is done. And then it's like, oh, where's my boyfriend or girlfriend? So it's, I've been spending a lot of time about what's important to me. So I think that that's important. So this time and space that maybe you haven't been together has been good for you. I have a transformation. Yeah, it's been good for you, that it's forced you to change your path. It's forced you to kind of open your eyes to what it is that you want. And then I have this kind of walk in nature, but it's also a fork in the road. You see the fork? So it's a sense of, I did come to a fork in the road. I really got to a point where I'm like, do I want to do this anymore? Are you worth it? And you gave me the cold shoulder, and you gave me the silent treatment, and you blocked me on your phone. Let me tell you, you came about this close to losing me forever. Like, I deserve way more than that. Like, that is so disrespectful, because what if I really did need you? What if there was an emergency? How would you know? Okay, so you can't do that to me, no matter how mad you are at me, or if I needed to get a hold of you. So something important, like it was so disrespectful. And let's see what charms we have. So let's get a couple clues with the charms. Right now, I feel like expect an urgent message. I think this person's going to have kind of this aha moment where they go, something somebody says to them says, like, you're going to push away the best thing that ever happened to you. Somebody who knows them well enough is going to either look at them and say, this person is the first person who gets you. This is the first person who puts up with you. This is the first person who knows who you are and still loves you. Okay. So I feel like somebody, it's almost like a, I don't want to say pep talk, but a conversation where they trust the person who they're talking to, who knows them very, very well, and they respect that person. Could be a friend, a brother, best friend, something like that, parent. And they really listen, and it becomes clear to them that they're making a big mistake because of their pride or their ego, something like that. So whoever that person is, they're on your side. And they definitely are on your side. I'm going to say it that way. All right, let's get some charms. So let's see what the charms are. The number 14, Valentine's Day. Maybe we'll be together for Valentine's Day. Yeah, maybe I don't want to be without you on Valentine's Day. A reunion. A Valentine's reunion, it's for some of you, like I don't want to not be with you. I won't do that to you. I know that would really, really hurt you. So the 14th, I have a High Priestess. So I think intuitively, this person will be back. Some of you, I think you can feel it. I have this sailing ship. Okay, so it's almost, that ship has sailed energy. Like, you're not going to get away with that again. That ship has sailed. The person who maybe's been trying to have their cake and eat it too. Like, that ship has sailed. Get over it. You can't be single anymore. You can either have me or you can be single. Those are your choices. Okay. I have a cowboy hat, so I always love the cowboy energy. Maybe somebody's a cowboy or cowboy at heart, or country music. I love country music. I have a red butterfly, so I definitely feel I'm transforming, but the passion, the color red, like I passionately transformed. I'm adamant about what I need right now, so I think that's important. This looks like a sun. I'm open to a new beginning, definitely. I'm open to a reconciliation. I have an airplane ride. I have 2 airplanes. So part of me feels like we have a trip planned. Maybe we already have a trip on the books, or we had talked about a trip and we're like, well, what about the trip? So it looks like we are taking a couple of planes. Maybe we have to change planes to get there. But I feel like we have a trip planned, or we'll plan a trip like, hey, let's go away and spend some time alone. Maybe that's what we need. This person could work all the time. You could work all the time. Maybe we just haven't been alone and everything built up, and maybe we just need to be together. I have this beautiful star, so I do feel like I want to put you first. I do feel like I haven't been putting you first, and I should be putting you first. So I feel like that comes out in a conversation. This is a little girl, and I have a little bicycle. So we could have a child on one side or the other that it takes energy, takes time, is a priority. So we've got other priorities in our life, and the balancing act may be caught up with us, something like that. I have a knife, a big kind of sword knife. So that tells me I have to cut something away. I have to let something go. I feel like I have to cut part of my ego. I feel like I have to, if I want you, I've got to kind of cut part of my ego away. I have a new branch. It feels like an olive branch. I have binoculars, so I do feel like they're keeping an eye on you, or they're talking to friends about you. They are keeping tabs, but you probably know that already, so you're not surprised. I have a donut, and the donut is coming into me as maybe it's part of a morning routine, and that they go and get you a cup of coffee, or that somewhere that you stop for a cup of coffee, that you're reminded of this person. Maybe it's something you did together all the time. So there's something about a donut shop or a coffee shop or something like that that is just a big part of your life. Probably stopping at Dunkin' Donuts and picking up a cup of coffee, just as part of our routine. So I feel like just something that's like day to day that's missing. And it's like, God, I didn't think that that was such a big deal. But now that it's not here, it's been weird, you know? So something is going on around me with that. Okay, so those are your charms. And let's see what the feelings are. I mean, for today, I think you've got somebody who, like I said, it's a wake-up call. It's a, I didn't realize what I had. Maybe it's the first time you've ever been separated, or it's the first time you've ever gotten silent treatment from each other, or something like that. So right now I feel like it's, do they feel bad? I would say they feel bad. I would say that, I don't know if you have to make them feel any worse than they feel already. I feel like they're already feeling kind of guilty and regretful. So let's see what the feelings are saying. I have so much to share with you. They miss the day to day. They miss the little things. It's like, I haven't told you about what happened at work. I haven't told you what happened with my mother. I haven't told you what happened with the house, you know? So it's all those little things, and you feel like you're missing out on so much. It's like we have so much to catch up on. And it could be just a week that you haven't talked to this person, or a couple weeks, but it feels like a lifetime, Spirit just said. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. They have regrets. I think they acted on the spur of a moment. Their ego got the better of them. We have so many beautiful memories, of course. One day we will unite, okay? Reunite. I thought you were too good to be true. Maybe their self-confidence got knocked down for some reason. I run away and I hide my true self. I was immature and I need to grow up. Absolutely. I needed a little space. I'd be in agreement with that. Sometimes we just need that cooling off period. I just want to be alone, you know, but what do you do when you're living with them? What do you do when you're married to them? I'm going to take a couple days off from our marriage? No. So it's like, grow up. If this is going to be a real relationship, start acting like it. I want to feel your touch. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. I think that that's what's going on. I think that I wish I had a second chance, and I love you. I think you've got somebody who made a mistake. Whether it's a late night call, they're saying, okay, I need to talk. Late night text, late night call, something like that. We need to talk. Like, it just hits them. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter that it's midnight. That they're like, I need to talk to you now. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. You might say, no, I'll talk to you tomorrow. No, I need to talk to you now. But you haven't heard their voice in so long, or you don't know what they're thinking. You've been dying to know what they're thinking and feeling. So yeah, you're going to talk to them. But there's a sense of urgency. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you all for being here. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Thank you very much. And comment, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you would be interested in a private reading, please check out my website at KathyMammelonPsychicMedium.com. Also, check out my main channel and my pick a card channel for some additional readings that you may be interested in if you're not familiar with my channels. So I hope you enjoyed your reading today. I hope that this energy moves forward for you, and I hope you hear from your person soon. We'll see you all again real soon.